Okay, all right, let's get right into it then. 3, 2, 1, and new game, go. All right, Sonic CD is quite a bit different to the other classic Sonics, actually. One of the main differences between it and Sonic 2 and 3 and Knuckles is, well, it has a spin dash, but it's garbage. You'll be seeing me using the peel out. Oh, wow, a lot more. And so the peel out, unlike the spin dash, is actually charged rather than you mash it lots of times to make it work. Okay, that's fine. So you sit there, you charge it for half a second, and then you release it. Common theme between a lot of the Sonic CD levels, because the level design is not actually really based for speed very much, is you find speed shoes and you use those to rush through the levels, because maintaining your momentum is really difficult. So a lot of the time you want to get the speed shoes to get rid of the aerial speed cap so that you can just rush through the levels really quickly. This is a really good barometer level. Okay, I've messed up, so I won't say what I was about to say. Okay, spring. I'm supposed to go this way. That's a really high jump. Oh, that was super unlucky. Just fell through like the only hole there is there at all. This is really bad. Wow, dude. Hello? You can see what I mean about the level design though. Like, just throw a spring right at the end of the level to push you backwards. It's not very fun. Palm Tree Panic is a pretty simple zone, like very standard, just go through the level and everything's fine. But once I get out of Palm Tree Panic, you're going to see some fairly new tech. It's been used in the TAS for a while, but recently, like a week and a half ago, Burton found a setup for what's called the moving peel out, which basically it allows you to move while you're charging the peel out, and you keep all the properties of the peel out, which the peel out has. That's clean, straight in. The peel out has a few weird properties because they're not expecting you to move with the peel out. One of them is it can pass straight through walls. Which is as broken as it sounds, and not quite as broken as it sounds, because you still get stopped by objects and you get stopped by edges as well, because you're not allowed to start a peel out when you're on an edge. But if this goes correctly, this level should look pretty nice. Okay. Nope, didn't get it. That's unlucky. All right. That's fine, because what I'm going to do as a backup strat... Oh, I'm not going to get it there. Okay, off we go. I'm going to pick up these speed shoes, and I'm going to peel out against this wall, and that's just going to do the level wrap. So the level wrap is exactly the same as in the other classic Sonics. It doesn't check for your... if you manage to skip past pixels 0 to 16, you get a negative horizontal pixel position, and so it throws you to the right edge of the level, which completes it pretty much instantaneously. So you're going to see that trick that I used there, moving peel out, to go through a few more walls later, but as I said, that's the only level wrap in the game. The rest of them are just going to be for a few zips. And so this level is the first of many, wow, nice, where, I'm going to have to kill these enemies now, where you see that this game does not like... I'm getting really unlucky on these edges right here. And Sonic is not jumping. That's odd. There we go. The game does not like roofs. There are just no roofs in this game at all. So I jump over lots of them. I'm not going to make that. All right, up the top. Fall down. Get these speed shoes. Should make it. Okay. There we go. Another thing that's fairly different in this game are the boss fights. The boss fights are a lot more innovative in this game. And so because this is the token slot machine zone of this game, this boss is fittingly a pinball boss. But one thing you got to know about slot machines is the best way to play them is to not play them at all. Just jump over that guy. And obviously Sonic CD is very well known for its time travel, and you might be surprised to know that time travel is actually useful. Well, you might not be surprised, but it is useful throughout this run, and this is the first level where you're going to see it. And so the way time travel works is there's a present that you're pretty much always starting in, except for the boss fights. A past and a future. So I'm going to get the future signpost there, and so the way to time travel is to go fast enough for an extended amount of time, and then it takes you into the future of that zone. And so the past and the future have different level layouts, and in this case, it gets rid of a wall. That's the only spin dash I do in the entire run, by the way, right there. And so I walk back to the past, which is actually the present right here, just to get rid of the water, and then finish that off. So doing that time travel there saves like 3 seconds, just because I can just keep going right and don't have to do any real platforming in the level. So I quickly mentioned the spin dash there. It works the same as the peel out. You've got to charge it, except it takes like twice as long to charge the spin dash in this game. And it's slower than the peel out because you're rolling instead of running. But I have to use it there to break that box, because for whatever reason, rolling into that box does not break it, but spin dashing does. Doesn't really make a lot of sense. All right, that should be good. Hit the spring straight in. This is one of the more technically difficult levels of the run. Dang, didn't quite get that right. Do another moving peel out there. So I want to navigate through those fireballs there so that they don't touch me, so that I can do another time travel here just to get past another wall. $36. That's pretty good, pretty good. Okay, Tidal Tempest 3. So you're supposed to go through this boss and hit him 4 times and then get him into the boss arena. But I'm going to do a moving peel out and just zip into the boss. So this boss is actually a really nice design. The way it works is you're underwater and he surrounds himself with air bubbles. The reason I'm telling you this instead of showing you is because they are not going to look like air bubbles when I am done with this level. I messed that up. Hello? Peel out. Yeah, see, those are not air bubbles.
Always love this.
That sucker to death. Come on now, work that sucker to death. I've gone too early. I can't get in there. Grab the ring. Can I make that? What?
What?
I do not understand what just happened. Is that because I have a save file? That has never happened before, because the save file always clears when I am playing this game. Well, that's interesting. I wonder how I'm going to do this now. Dang, just missed. That's a shame. That one will hit. All right. Okay, well that was odd, but we got to have something odd just because it's a marathon run. Wouldn't be tradition without it. Quartz Quadrant, this whole zone is honestly pretty standard. Just go through, go fast. I'm going to try and pause the game here on so that the timer says 38 or 40. Save a little bit of time if I do that. Of course, I get 41. So I do not want to time travel there, so I rolled there to just break my speed a little. I think that should be fine. And, all right, never mind, all good. Dang. I got an extra life, which is why Sonic screamed out when he killed that enemy, because I got to exactly 300,000 points from the 100. So I mentioned the speed cap before, so if you hold right in the air, you pretty much lose all your momentum, and you go to what is a really, really slow speed. And so to get enough speed right here, I need to, and then I held right at the end there. Dang. But I do not want to time travel. All right, got rid of it. That's good. Yeah, so you keep the posts until, what the heck? For time traveling until you run for a certain amount of time and then slow down and mess up the time travel. And because I did not want to time travel and I did do a lot of running, I wanted to run for a certain amount of time and then stop to get rid of those posts at the start. Okay, so this boss might look a bit weird if you don't know what's going on, but basically you've got to run against the edge here, and then it pulls Eggman down into the ground, basically, because it's causing friction on the ground and messing up his machine. So you just have to keep running for as long as you can, and then avoid the drops of friendship that he throws at you. That's a good time. All right, Wacky Workbench 1. This is by far the most punishing level in the game. If I do this really well, it'll be about like 31 seconds. But if I make like any mistake at any time, it'll probably be over a minute. Because the level, like just the whole design of this level is crazy, crazy punishing. Okay. That is bad. I am in a lot of trouble now. I'm gonna pause here once I hit this, see what's going on. Hello. Nice. Okay, I can live with that. 3. I cannot live with that. Okay. I can't live with that either. All right, I'm gonna do an MPO up here. Oh, he's on the edge. Dang. All right, well that was nothing like what I expected. 40 seconds is honestly fine. I'm fine with that. That can go so much worse. That level sucks. It sucks a lot. All right, I'm gonna be really conservative at the start of this level because I'm gonna do a warp to the future and I do not want to lose that signpost right there, which is very, very possible. I just pull myself down a bit so that I can do the time travel in 2 spins. The reason I warp to the future here actually has nothing to do with the level layout. It has to do with, well, I guess technically it does. It has to do with basically the non-level layout. It has to do with the walls. If I tried to do this in the present, that wall would reject me because, dang, just missed it. Now, because there would be an edge right next to the wall, and so it would just throw me out. But in the future, for whatever reason, that worked. I don't understand why that worked, but it did. Yeah, in the present, it would just eject me and throw me out. What I was trying to do in the second zip there was I wanted to pause the game the frame I exited the wall. And if that was possible, I would have gone and been able to have enough speed to zip all the way over to the 3rd wall without having to set up a 3rd MPO. Dang. Oh, that's really slow. So the way the MPO actually works is the speed you move once you like start doing the moving peel out is directly related to how long you charge the peel out for. So if you charge the peel out for like only 3 frames or whatever, and then you switch, so the inputs are you hold up, pause the game, switch to down right, unpause, pause again, and then switch back to up, up left, or up right, depending on what you want to do. Yeah, so if you only charge the peel out for like 3 frames, you barely move at all. But if you charge it for like the full half a second, you move at the speed of if you had released the peel out. And the speed you want to be moving at varies a lot, so the moving peel outs do change a lot. This boss is pretty standard, like you can't really change the amount of time it takes. Nice, outsped him. To do that boss, because he basically just runs on a cycle. As soon as you get to the next platform, it takes a set amount of time until the next one starts. All right, Stardust Speedway. This zone is pretty clean and as far as you just pretty much go fast, but this level in particular is really, really... Okay, I just got that, which is surprising, and then I messed that up. Basically, when you're going up these slopes, the game has this habit of just flinging you up in the air, which it didn't happen on either of them there, which is really surprising. Okay, just fine. But then I messed up a few other things, so that level wasn't totally clean. But that's still fine. Have I died yet? I haven't really been paying attention. Apart from that reset in Tidal Tempest 3, which I don't know what that was. Something similar can happen in this zone where it just decides to transfer you over to a path that I don't want. All right, got the right path down here. 2, jump, very good speed, very good speed. Lost like 4 frames there. That's a really good time though. And then Stardust Speedway 3, so this is my race with Metal Sonic. Now, if I do this race correctly at the start, it's basically an auto-scroller because he has, he goes at like a fixed speed. He is based on what your speed is, but if you get a big enough lead on him, it doesn't actually matter how poorly you do the end. He'll go at the same speed no matter what. But that, of course, implies that I do the start correctly. Nice, time that correctly. If you don't time the roll there, you won't roll through all 3 of those ring boxes. You can just get stopped by them randomly, but got it correctly. Okay. Oh, that's just unlucky. That's not me being bad. I'm gonna need to do this jump really well. And I completely screwed it up. All right, now I'm gonna be pretty much freestyling the rest of this because I do not have good speed and Metal is gonna be right behind me for the entirety of this, which is bad because it means I can't charge a peel out like I want to right there, all right? I should have him. I'll win, but I'll lose like 3 seconds. If you do that correctly, 4. 4.5. If you do it correctly, he hits the wall and explodes at about 57. He's lost about 4.5. Not a huge deal. Okay, Metallic Madness 1, this level is just about going fast. This level's pretty punishing as well if you mess up. It's a level where you really have to pay attention to not time traveling, because if you time travel, you can lose like 40 seconds. That is not what is supposed to happen. All right, messed up that path, so we'll go down here. Do not time travel. Hello? Get up there. He's facing the wrong way. Okay. Why do you still have... Nice, dude. Unbelievable. I got just stopped randomly by that thing, which is just terribly unlucky and nothing else. Alright. Okay, Metallic Madness 2. This used to be, before Burton found this setup for MPO, the absolute worst level in this run. If you've played this game casually, you might remember Metallic Madness 2. It's a really interesting level. There's this weird laser thing that turns Sonic into Tiny Sonic, and you do like 2 minutes of really weird platforming with Tiny Sonic, etc. But what you used to have to do is do this incredibly precise, frame perfect, sub-pixel, absolute... I'm trying to think of good words that aren't swearing. Very friendly trick to just jump, and it looks so incredibly dumb when you get it. You just jump like straight through a wall, but now I can just MPO through that wall. It is a bit slower because now I have to wait for these platforms to come down, but it usually would take like 2 minutes to jump through that wall. Hopefully I can get this. Oh, just. Wow, just. All right. That's fine. All right, and last level. There's nothing really much to say here. Just got to platform correctly, manipulate the enemies, and then final boss. Okay, good. Back a bit. All right. I'm jumping over that because it pushes me into the background. I'm supposed to use it to get past the spike pillar, but just take damage and get past it. Manipulate these two to be together. Taking damage there is fine. I'm gonna peel out anyway. Okay, so I gotta hit this guy 4 times. The basic idea is I'm gonna get hit and time it so that I'm gonna be invincible by the time he comes down. 2 rings here is nice, because one of them will always fall in my direction that way. Okay, only other thing on this boss is this attack that he does here, he sends his last pillar thing at you. He sends it from the opposite edge, so being right in the middle is the fastest, because if you're like right on one side, it'll take forever to get to where you are. And done.
Nice.
All right, that's good. That's good.
Nice run.
That was deathless. I'm very happy with that.
All right, so that's Sonic CD, and we're going to quickly, because we are about right on time for schedule, so we're going to do the old swapperoo to Pokemon Gold to finish us off for this leg of the marathon. And we'll do that right now, just to make sure everything clips along smoothly. Alright, so in theory, so yeah, it's Roxio,